But I checked you out very thorough, and all I hear was good things, not only from your website and people I talked to. And what bothers me, since you are making progress, how come there is this other world that hasn't caught up? What can we do to get them to realize, don't give up on a kid, there's things we can do, we can take a kid that you thought could never even sit up, maybe could sit up, give him better quality of life. Can you understand why they haven't changed over?
I think that some people is resistant to new changes, some people is fearful to new ideas, and some people just want to protect the diploma, and I am just gathered in this specialty and are not open to new things. It's normal. The big changes related to health and medicine takes a lot of time to be universal, because we go in focus of working, but the big picture is tough to change.
Does that bother you a little bit?
Absolutely, yes. Because so many children can be helped in a more way, in better way, that they are not doing that. It's really pity that happened, that situation. But what can we do? We're so busy working and teaching in a little micro-universe that I'm moving myself.
I only can speak for America, because I don't know how it would work in other countries, but in America, I think the biggest thing we should do is educate the doctor who looks at a child. He should be able to pick up these things when it's early, because some doctors are in denial as much as parents. And maybe they should know there's more than one way of approaching a problem successfully.
Absolutely.
And maybe that's the problem. I think we have to educate the primary care physician.
Absolutely.
Because some doctors say, oh, the kid's going to be slow, it's going to be slow. And that's not the case.
No, it's the case. I have just illustration about that point. Like don't worry, it's slow, all the children are not the same, don't worry, time will solve. And at the year,
so in other words,
if the child is the same,
if I knew you and I was a little kid, I would have gone to Harvard.
Sure.
No, I'm joking. But the point is, I think that we should get across that if a doctor says, don't worry, and you're worried, I don't know if you should accept that. Doesn't mean the doctor's wrong, but I think we have to really sit down and look at the situation and say, there are avenues that we can go to. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm saying that regarding that point, parents worry because the child is a little floppy at the age of 5 months, something in the head, and go to the pediatrician and say, don't worry, that's
wait a minute. What's the earliest age you think a kid would benefit from this?
We can get 3 months.
3 months?
3 months.
What about a tiny premature that's been through a lot of machinery?
Sure, we wait, because premature need to go out of the intensive care unit and then be...
Because those machines, the kid hears night and day, should be hugged, loved.
Exactly. We need to give them time. And
so about 3 months is the...
Sure. I mean, when a premature comes to 4 or 5, it's okay. It's okay. The window is open for everything. So my point is that I believe that if a mother make a concern about some motor aspect, and instead to say it's lazy and we're going to wait, the best day is think, let's going to do some therapy, because if in 7 months the child gets a good head control and study himself, whatever it was, all the therapy of the child is good. But if we let the child run with no help, and it's a real motor problem, when it's 12 months, it's not sitting, and then we need to begin to do therapy later. So it doesn't make any sense. Do wait when there are clear signals of motor delay. Clear signals, because it's a difference between a delay child and a normal slow. Totally clear signals that we can, this will be normal, this will be delayed, in my concept.
If a kid was lying flat, what techniques could you try to get the kid to try to sit up? What would be just an idea?
Oh, trunk control exercises. Simple. And you see, we use the imagination. The child is flat, 7 months, 8 months, doesn't move. One hand on the stomach, one hand on the back, compression, put sideways, and wait sideways. In a few seconds, the child will be, the reaction will operate. You begin to activate the reaction. Instead to get the child by the arms and pull him to sitting. Then you are doing, here the brain is doing.
You're making the kid do it. You're forcing the kid to do it.
The system, the brain. The kid even doesn't know what it's doing, because it's the reflex that is working, automatic reaction. The child can be crying or can be happy, or even that. It's so
and you notice this from great observations over periods of years, right?
Absolutely.